Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Kat. I'm a wife, a homeschool mom, and an avid reader. For everyone else, welcome back. It is the middle of March, and I wanted to take a few moments to kind of go over where I'm at with my goals, how I might have to adjust them due to life circumstances, and just kind of reevaluating where I'm at and hopefully motivate myself to continue to get these goals done. And with this, I'm kind of using this time. I have three baby blankets that I'm trying to work on in the next couple of months. And so I'm going to do some yarn and yammer right now with you as I look over my goals and share with you where I'm at with these. Um, my personal goals included eating more veggies, drinking more water, getting more activity in my life, and working on one of my classes. So, with these, I am having to modify a couple of those at least for the time being because I am helping out my family as we are dealing with a health crisis um, at my husband's parents' house. And so he has moved in with them temporarily so that he can be on hand to help them where they need help. And, um, but that cuts into some of the things that I might be able to do as easily as I am when we're a two parent household. So I am cooking dinner for all five of us right now. And with that, I have not been as um, I have not been as conscientious with getting vegetables into my diet as I usually am. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I am packing them with my lunch and getting them in that way. But our dinner times have kind of had a slowdown on veggies just because of what is easy to make for a larger group when there are dietary needs. And so, one of the things I have been doing is making sure to put a salad with just about all of our dinners. Um, and one thing that's come out of this that is helping me to still meet my overarching goal with getting more veggies of losing weight is that I'm not really eating a lot after 6 p.m. because we're having dinner with my in laws and my husband down at their house. And we're eating between 5 and 6 each night, which has helped me because now I'm not eating as late. I'm not snacking on a lot of um, junk food in the evening. And so I am hoping to continue that as we go through this season. But it may be that I do still need to increase what vegetables I'm eating just so that I'm getting the vitamins that I need, as well as um, not eating as much of the junk food, which I was using the veggies to replace. Oh, another thing that kind of has had to take a little bit of a back burner currently, but I am hoping once we get our schedule or get used to our new schedules, is going to the gym 3 times a week. I was doing really well for most of January and February, and then we had spring break and getting everything ready um, for our current situation, and I have slacked off there. It's a little harder for me to leave the house and make sure that everything is getting done that needs to get done when we're down a parent in the house. Usually, I would feel fully confident leaving my daughter with my husband because he would make sure that she was still working on her schoolwork. And teenagers don't always like to um, do what they're supposed to um, do, especially if it's something that they don't want to do in that moment. So that kind of has taken a back seat for the time being until we get used to our new schedule. The goal that shouldn't have any problems reaching, that I am having troubles with, is getting my water in. I'm only getting about 32 ounces of water in a day, which is one of these bottles. Um, and even if I change, I've tried different size bottles, doing my 40 ounce, I still only drink about 30 ounces of water, and it's getting a little frustrating for me because I feel the difference when my body doesn't have enough water. I'm getting more headaches. I'm dealing with dry skin. So I really need that 60 ounces of water for my personal benefits. And I'm just not getting it right now. So, and then getting one of my classes planned. I do have a class. I have all of the I or all of the activities that I want to do with my literature class. I just need to put it down in writing, um, get those lesson plans kind of plotted out so that I feel confident going into the new year. Um, and this probably isn't going to be as hard as I think it is, but I'm just having troubles balancing my schedule right now with the classes I have going on, along with getting this new class going. And so I am kind of trying to iron this out just a little bit. So that brings me to my next set of goals. I did have to get pause and get some directions here for a pattern I'm working on. I'm not quite sure what. Okay, I got lost for a second. So one of the other big categories I had were my spiritual goals, and I am having a lot of motivation um, to be in my Bible right now, and I am loving it. Not only am I keeping up with the once a week momentum Bible journaling, I am also almost daily reading through parts of Romans. Um, our church is doing a study right now in Romans. Our pastor's going through it, um, and we're taking section by section and working our way through. And it's just very enlightening to see Paul's heart and to see where he's going with a lot of this stuff. So I'm in that. And then our ladies' Bible study is also doing a book called Walk Worthy. We actually are really blessed this year that for our women's retreat in just over a week, is going to have the author there to talk with us about our priorities and how we can make sure our priorities are lining us up with what God has for us. The only thing that I am currently not doing as well with, but better than I did last year, is memorizing scripture. I do have one verse memorized. Our pastor encouraged us to memorize the theme verse for Romans, and that's Romans 1:16 and 17. And so I have memorized that one, and I've kind of memorized a few others, but not. I have memorized them for a short term, but not like really, haven't really focused on them. I'll memorize them for 1 week, and then I forget to go back to them to make sure that I'm actually keeping up with that. Um, so that's kind of been one that um I do I do need to work on as far as my spiritual goals go. And so I know where I need to work in the next 3 months with that. As far as my reading goals, I'm not where I feel like I should be, and I'm putting should in um, quotes here because I have only finished 14 books so far for um, the 2024 year. But again, we have had a lot going on, and currently, I just haven't really been wanting to read. Reading is not giving me the escape that I normally am looking for. And so I'm having to readjust myself. Currently, when the end of the day comes, when I normally would read, right now, I just don't have the energy to follow a book. And so I've been putting on different shows on my phone and watching them from bed. And one of the ones that I'm watching right now is on the Angel Studio app, and that's The Chosen. I'm really enjoying seeing Christ and the day-to-day life of Christ imagined, um, and kind of putting skin on bones, um, and understanding some of these things that are going on a little bit better. Um, in the episode I just watched, like they were talking about the temple or the synagogue. I'm sorry, the synagogue, and to be able to actually see the synagogue is really cool. And to see, like, even the relationship between John the Baptist and Jesus was really cool in these parts. And we have moments where the show is making it obvious that Jesus kind of knows what's coming. And, John's going, I'm out here preaching and telling people that you're coming, and you're quietly doing miracles. You do a miracle and then you disappear. Um, and Jesus is basically just saying, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, but my time is not the same as your time. And to wrap your head around that God's timing is not our timing can be um, very hard to do and to continue in. And so that's even in my life right now, that's kind of one of those things that stood out to me in the show, because I know that's one of those things that I am struggling with. I'm wanting God to work in certain ways on my timetable, and it seems very much like he's telling me, the time is coming soon, but not in your terms of soon. So, um, I have not been reading all that to say I've not been reading as much. Um, I've gotten 14 books read for the year. I am currently 25-ish% into An Echo in the Bone, which one of my goals was to finish the Outlander series this year. I believe I have two. Let's see. They're back here. I have two more books after, no, one more book after this one. I just have written in, or no, two, written in my own heart's blood and Go Tell the Bees I'm Gone. So I have the final two books after this. Almost done with this series. Really excited about that. And then I'm going to continue working on my other series that I have started. One of the unfortunate kind of side effects of life being the way it has been is that I am not um, doing some of the things that I wanted to do as much with my YouTube channel. I did want to really start um, putting out videos a lot more regularly, and I don't think that's going to happen right now just because of how much time that we are focusing on other parts of life. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe this is just an adjustment period for us. Um, so, reading goals, I'm not worried. It is only March. Most of my reading does get done between June or May and August when we're in summer break. Um, so I'm not pushing myself um or beating myself up over where I'm at as far as that goes. The only other goal I had set were family goals, and those I have really had to readjust due to what's going on. Um, and so instead of us having an outing, a game night, and movie night once a month, um, I we're having family dinner every night with us and my in-laws. And so it's giving my daughter that time and us time to spend um, with family. And that was really what my goal was with that. So I'm not too upset with that. The other goal I had was to have a date night with my husband once a month. And with that, we've adjusted that just a little bit, and they are date errands. When my husband needs a little bit of mental break or I need a mental break, um, we go and we run errands that my mother-in-law needs done or that we need done. Today, our date consisted of going to the chiropractor and getting an adjustment together. Um, yesterday, um, what did we do? Yesterday, we ran one errand. Oh, we had to go get um, the the end for the hospital bed. Um, and so we went and drove out and got the cap that goes on the into the hospital bed so that my father-in-law didn't feel like he was falling out or slipping out of the bed. And so it's just taking those moments and making the best of what we have, so that we still have the connection while we're walking through this very difficult situation. So there are my goals and where I'm at. I'm not upset with where I'm at as far as my goals go. Um, I'm not I don't feel like I'm failing or anything like that, but I do know I have room to grow. And that kind of was my purpose with this, is to remind myself where I am and what I need to do to um, continue on, and if I need to change anything. And I think that's very important in any goal setting, is that we pause and we reevaluate and check and make sure that the things that we're wanting to do line up with where life is, because it's very easy to have an ideal and to then beat yourself up when life is not ideal. So, um, if you have set goals for the 2024 year, um, let me know how you're doing in the comments. Have you had to readjust any? Um, and just, oh, if you are a person of faith, and you want to keep our family in your prayers, we would definitely appreciate it. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.